All right, you guys, I have to proctor a test and I didn't want to leave you hanging. I know you guys would have been fine doing nothing, but that wasn't going to happen today. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to solve for y today. Now, I am technically at home, so if my husband says anything, whatever. So we're going to start on page 51, and we're going to solve for y. We're also going to talk about slope and y-intercept. So what's going to happen is I actually have my phone connected to like this pole, and yeah, it's, if you've seen it, you would laugh at me. So I'm going to do the very best I can with what I have. I am standing and I'm probably talking close into the phone, so do the best you can. If you have to pause the video and take notes, I expect every single one of you to have this in your notes when I come back. I am in the building. I'm going to be in the media center proctoring a test. Last minute, I'm covering for someone who is not going to be there. So what we need to do is we're going to talk about standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are numbers. Okay, that was my stomach. Oh, you guys can't see all that. All right, so let me figure out how to do this. Hang on. So standard form where a, b, and c are numbers. All right, so I'm just going to know that I can't go that far. All right, so we're going to do an example. We're going to do 3x plus 2y equals 12. So we're solving for y. So we need to get y by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look to see where the y term is in comparison to the equal sign. And I'm going to box in the symbol and the number to see what I have. So what is on the same side of the y? If you thought to yourself, or if you said out loud 3x, you are correct. Is 3x positive or negative? Since it is positive, we're going to subtract it from both sides. Now, when we technically do this, you could do it any way, but the test is going to show you one way only. I'm going to bring down the 2y equals negative 3x plus 12. They're always going to put x first. Why? Because that's how the equation is. So then if any variable, let's ignore that there's an x here. Any variable that has a number in front, you guys know how to get rid of that. We divide everything by that number. So 2 divided by 2 becomes 1. So y equals, this does not divide pretty, negative 3 over 2. So we're going to do negative 3 over 2x plus 12 divided by 2 is 6, and we're done. Y is completely by itself. Now would be a good time to pause the video, look at what I did, and copy it. I'm just going to keep going with examples, because I have no idea how long these YouTube videos will last. All right, first thing I need to do is find where my y is. Here is my y, and it has a plus 5 attached to it. I have to look here to see what I need to get rid of. The negative 3x is what I need to get rid of. Since we have to move the whole entire thing over, since it's negative, we're going to add it to both sides. Because negative 3x plus 3x becomes 0. I'm going to do 5y equals 3x, because it's positive. 9 is positive. 5 is connected to the y by multiplication, so the opposite would be division, because we're getting y by itself every single time. So y equals 3 divided by 5 does not work, so we leave it as a fraction, plus 9 over 5. Because 9 over 5 still remains a ugly little fraction, so we're going to leave him alone. Now's a good time to pause the video, write it down, maybe write out some words what I did. Not all of them are going to look like this. Sometimes it's going to look a little different, like this. Negative 4y plus 5x equals 10. I want to make sure I'm looking at the right one. All right, so our goal is to get y by itself. So where is my y? My y is in front with a negative 4 attached to it. I'm going to leave that alone until the end. So we have to move this 5x out of here, move it to the other side. Since it's positive, we're going to subtract it from both sides. We have negative 4y. This becomes 0 equals negative 5x plus 10. We still got the negative 4 being multiplied to it. Since it's multiplied, the opposite is division. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 becomes positive 1. So y equals a negative divided by negative is a positive. 5 over 4 cannot be divided, so we leave it. And a positive divided by a negative is a negative 10 over 4. Some of you might want to reduce that 10 over 4. If we divide this by 2, we get negative 5 over 2. And we're done. And I'm going to move this up. Now is a good time to pause it and copy it down. So we have 5x plus 3y equals 9. If you're starting to see the pattern, then you're doing good. But I do want all of these examples in your notes when I come back. Where's the y? Right here. What is on the same side with the y? Oh, sorry guys, I bumped the phone. 5x. Since 5x is positive, I'm going to subtract it from both sides. The reason why it's not 4x because 9 does not have an x here, so you need to leave it separate. So I'm going to do 3y equals negative 5x minus 9. 3 is being multiplied to y, so we're going to divide both sides by everything by 3. So y equals negative 5 over 3x minus 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now's a good time if you have any specific questions, write them down. Why did you move the x? Why didn't we move the y? Why didn't? Ask me why. I'll be more than happy to answer these when we come back together. Let's do 2 more. So we have negative 7x minus 3y equals negative 9. So the first thing we need to do is figure out where our y is. Here's our y. This has negative 3 in front. So we're going to have to leave that alone to the very end. We have to get rid of this junk right here. So negative 7, we're going to add 7x to both sides. Remember I told you that we have to write the x first. So it's 7x minus 9. Negative 3 is being multiplied to y. So we're going to divide everything by negative 3. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 becomes positive 1. This is negative 7 over 3 because it does not divide pretty. Negative divided by negative is a positive 3 because 9 divided by 3 is 3. Go ahead, pause the video, write it down, and we'll do one more. Again, my husband is in the room, so any side noise that is him, I apologize. I know some of you are probably going, oh, Coach Carter. Yeah. All right, so we have to get y by itself. So in order to get y by itself, we have to move that x. How are we going to move it? If you guys said positive 2x or plus it to both sides, you are correct. Since 12 does not have an x, we do not combine it. We do 8y equals 2x plus 12. And then the 8 is being multiplied to y, so we divide everything by 8y. I'm sorry, divide everything by 8, my bad. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 2 over 8. 2 can be divided by 2. 8 can be divided by 2. So it's going to become 1/4 x. I'm sure you guys will have questions on that. I just simplified this fraction here. And 12 divided by 8 becomes, if we divide it by 2 or 4 here and 4 here, this would be 3 over 2. Leave it as a fraction, leave it as improper. I'll explain more why we have to do this, but I know for a fact on the PERT you're going to have a few of these. I've seen quite a few. And you have to be able to pull information out once we can get it into this format. So you guys will have a worksheet to work on. Those of you online, your worksheet will be provided to you online. Those of you in class, your worksheet will be actually handed to you in class on paper. And if the sub doesn't hand it to you, it's on my desk. It's up to you to make sure you guys get it. So save your questions for me for, hopefully I'm back Thursday. I'm hoping that teacher comes back. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, you guys, if you have questions, ask. You know how to reach me. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.